is the campus fashion magazine, the focus on fashion, culture, and beauty. This edition theme is Revelry, focusing on the joy of fashion. We're talking about pleasure, we're talking about fun, we're talking about taking up space in fashion and finding fun in the simple pleasures of life. That core idea that wearing clothes will make you feel good. When I think of Revelry, when I think of fun, I think of really bright colors, pinks, yellows, just really bright saturation. When you're starting a new edition of the magazine, you kind of want to start from the base level of what was the feedback for our last magazine, what do our directors want to focus on next, and what can we do better.
Directors help create a vision of what they want for the magazine.
So we come up with the concepts and then pitch it to our editor for photo shoots and articles that relate to them.
I focus on like the community part of the magazine and just basically being like Draken's right hand. So directors, they develop a pitch and show me and Draken, and we basically say, oh, like, how many models do you need? Do you need any clothes? How are you gonna get the clothes? Where are you gonna shoot?
So photo shoots are planned around the directors and the photographers and the models and possibly stylists' schedules. And you kind of go about contacting locations, you find models, clothes.
That includes makeup artists, that includes hairstylists, that includes obviously the models that we're taking pictures of.
And then there's the editors and the volunteers as well. So everyone plays a part in it. And it's like a huge community effort to actually make the magazine.
Just a bunch of people come together and help create a vision of what they want in the magazine.
With this theme, I hope that the directors, they're really excited and intrigued and inspired to make something.
I get inspiration, so from obviously the theme reveal is like the first source of inspiration for me. And then from there, I'll just kind of like think about any kind of concepts or like stylistic ideas that I have in mind. And yeah, a lot of it really comes from like social media and other artists as well too.
I get inspiration from my spread a lot from Pinterest, which is probably an answer that a lot of other people have maybe given.
Pinterest.
We spend a lot of time on Pinterest.
Pinterest. I'm sure everyone's already said this.
Music sometimes really inspires me, or also just kind of like going out in life and seeing what people are wearing, going shopping, watching TV and movies. I kind of take inspiration from everywhere, but once I kind of hone in on what I want to do, it's Pinterest for sure.
This theme is more open, so you can do a bunch of creative stuff in it, you know? There's just a lot of like open-ended stuff you can put into it. So I'm like, okay, well, what does Revelry mean to me? And I came up with the idea of corsets and how that ties into the Revelry theme.
Horses in this theme, I think, play like a big role with the whole like fairy tale, freedom, fantasy world that I was trying to go for. And so it's just kind of like a romanticized life story.
I interpreted Revelry, the theme, as like being playful with fashion and having fun with it. So the theme of my shoot is cottagecore, and a lot of that is to do with being in nature and incorporating with fashion, like playful, frilly dresses and tops and fun, kind of glittery, Euphoria-esque makeup looks. That's like the base of my theme.
In this spring issue, I get to discuss a lot about some gender identity and some people that I know myself that I'm friends with. And I got to discuss with them like what's important to their identity and how does that relate to them and how do they use clothing to bolster that confidence. And that was something really cool that I got to do because it's something I care about in real life. Mm-hmm. The experience of being a director, I will say, is a little stressful. Because you're put in charge of your own ideas, your own concepts, and you have to hope that those ideas and concepts will come across to whoever it is, whether that's Draken, our editor, or the audience. You want your idea to come to life.
It can be a lot and a little overwhelming maybe your first time, just being like, wow, like this is something I'm making, this is on me. But there's again a lot of people that want to help you and just kind of learning to lean in on that help has been really important for me.
I think my favorite part is the photo shoot. That part is probably the most fun experience ever. I can direct people of how to pose, and I can like help with location stuff. And I love working with like photographers as well, and like sharing their visions and picking off from each other on like what looks best at this angle and what looks best with the lighting as well. And just a really fun day, just a photo shoot.
Ooh, my favorite part about being a director for DAMchic is getting to make really great content, and it's stuff that I never thought I would have been able to do on my own.
So the idea of my shoot was I just really wanted it to be like very springy, very colorful, and so I took my inspiration from citrus fruit, and I wanted to just kind of like go really bold and loud with the colors. I just wanted 3 like kind of distinct looking people to do the shoot because I wanted each color to kind of be their own thing but also work together. The models like got more comfortable as the shoot went on, and it was just really nice to kind of see them like open up and just kind of get to work with everyone that was there.
My name is Ashton Visner, and I am a photographer. I get a lot of creative freedom, at least as much as I do get from my director.
He tries to get more creative freedom.
But like, we're both graphic design majors, so we both have like an idea of what we want
and
the photos to
sometimes
look like.
those clash a little bit.
With it being so like green, red, orange, yellow, I really looked for like the environment that they were in. So like cherry blossom trees were a big thing. Like the trees that go down that pathway, I look for symmetry and just colors and lighting.
I really like seeing the images like as they're being taken, just like standing over Ashton's shoulder and seeing them as they like come in. It just like actually tells me that I'm not doing a horrible job with it.
So for me, part of that initial like creation of the concept, like my color concept for this issue, is it's attached to that idea in initiation. So I typically build the article and the visual together.
Journalistic writing's an APA. So I'm like, okay, well, how do I write in that? So I read back old versions of the DAMchic like articles to try to pick up a sense of how that writing style is incorporated and stuff.
I would say just every time I've written something, either I've gotten really good feedback on things to change, and then also just when people have given me praise or said things are good, that's really helped my confidence a lot.
So when it comes to editing people's writing, we usually go through when the spreads are already almost done in InDesign. I usually go through and make sure that all the names are okay, and then I just go through and mark if words are spelled correctly, if the punctuation's right, if sentences are awkward, and it's nice because I can kind of look at it in a way where I'm the audience. So, you know, if I'm a random person, am I going to understand what this article is about?
So the first thing I do when I open up an InDesign template or something like that in the file, I'll put all the pictures in, I'll put all the text and all the writing in, and then based off the pictures, I kind of know like the colors and kind of the mood that I want to go with the story or something like that. But the hardest part of designing a spread is like actually coming up with the idea of like how you want to lay it out, because there's like a million ways you could lay it out, but you want it to be a little different than what it's been in the past, or you just want it to look good in general. I'd say that looking at current fashion magazines in the industry right now and seeing how they do design and kind of either mimicking or kind of taking elements from those things, those are the easiest ways that you can make your magazines fresh and new every time. If I get extra direction from the editor-in-chief or from other creative associates I'm working with at that time, then I'll kind of like move my spread in that direction. But usually I should kind of know based off what the story is going to be, because I hear about the story's theme beforehand, and then also based off the pictures when I get them. When we're looking at a good cover photo, there's a lot of technical stuff, so we need a lot of good space, so breathing room is the most important. But we also want a cover photo that has never been done before. This cover specifically, this was something that was just so different. It was very vivid, it was bright, and it really connected with the theme. of the end part. So I'm actually, a lot of people would say like the actual making of the magazine is great, but like when I see everything come together with the help from Draken or like any of the creative associates like Chloe and Ava and them, when I see all of it come together, that's my favorite part. I just love seeing the whole magazine as one. And then when it's produced and you're physically holding the magazine, that's just the best part. I hope people react to this magazine by reading it and like getting the theme. I think the theme is just so fun and happy, and then all the colors and all the designs that we used in this magazine really showcase Revelry at its finest. It's a magazine especially for people that have always wanted to dress up and just have a fun time with their fashion.
What I enjoy about being a part of DAMchic the most is just the community. We come from such diverse backgrounds. It's really cool to see like psych majors, like poli-sci majors in there, just like enjoying fashion and being able to be in community with others at OSU who also enjoy fashion.
I hope that people just see how fun and how much work goes into this magazine. The photos are always gorgeous. The writing is always on topic and coming up with sort of these fresh ideas. And I just hope that people will see what they can do as well if they come into this space.
Seeing the magazine being pieced together throughout the term it's so inspiring, and seeing it in a way where it's all of my friends and team's work just going into one thing, and seeing it come to life is so great.